and welcome to this series of thought shares on the topic of the uncertainty continuum, reimagining risk. These thought shares are prepared with a certain type of person in mind, a person who is a critical thinker and who is trusted by his or her leaderships. The background to these thought shares is largely influenced by three things. In the first instance, quite clearly, COVID-19, how it has reset the world, our ways of thinking and our ways of doing things and our ways of work. I think of the impact of digital transformation, the challenges for organizations in having to make a decision between being digitally first or just digitally available. What do I mean by that? Digitally first means that you have decided that you can reimagine your customer's experience, like the fintechs, for example, have reimagined the customer's banking experience. Being digitally available is simply that process of automating your analog processes. I believe that those companies that are making the decision to go digitally first clearly are those that are going to thrive in the future. The other cohort, I'm not so sure about in terms of their futures. I look at the environment and I observe that in the last 4 years, there has been a doubling of investments in environment, society and governance, ESG investments, to over 40 trillion now. That's creating pressure for big behemoth organizations in terms of what they need to be able to do and demonstrate in their public disclosures in attracting ESG investments. When I consider all of that, I also reflect on the pace of disruption, the pace of global change, and how the world is morphing into a series of effectively ecosystems across countries. And in my opinion, I've come to a point of view that classical risk methods and practices can no longer comprehend the 21st century universe. I don't think it is possible, other than in the simplest of cases, to credibly identify all the risks that are likely to impact your life or your organization. I don't think we can credibly estimate likelihood anymore, other than in the simplest of cases. And I think that the traditional frame of reference that we have used, that of simplistically likelihood and impact, as our frame of reference that we use to parameterize risk, such that we can rank and allocate resources to the treatment of risks, I don't think that either can comprehend our 21st century universe. So I thought about this and I've discussed it at length with other international risk governance experts. And I've developed what I believe is a new classification of risk called quantum risk that exists today in all organizations. We just don't see them. And also I'm proposing a new frame of reference, that of value and the effect of uncertainty on sustainability over time. My next thought share, I will expand on what quantum risks are and a thing called dead reckoning. And I will do this as a prelude to a following message and thought share, which is that of the three fundamental building blocks for our 21st century risk governance. Those building blocks that are very much part of reimagining risk. And then we will talk about the uncertainty continuum. If you'd like to jump ahead and read what I have developed, you can do so by checking out my Medium profile or my LinkedIn profile. Thank you.